We need to up our game and shit. We need to do comedy butt naked, right?
Saying his goodbyes. He blew his eye socket off and his eyeball fell out.
White women keep kidnapping us. Y'all seen The Blind Side?
Aren't you glad we have that disclaimer at the beginning of the episode?
It's going to come in handy for this episode. This week's episode is brought to you by Big Boy Raps. Mention the Voice Party and get $200 off your first graphic rap or color change. Big Boy Raps, where the big boys play. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Voice Party Podcast.
What's up, podcast?
How you doing?
Yo, man, you can't be. We gotta go over this, man.
Start over again.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Voice Party Podcast. It's me, JD, your host here. I'm chilling here at the studio all by myself in this table. But on the other table, we got the big man, Corday Snell. What's up, Corday?
Hey, man. Well, how we doing, man? I'm here chilling.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year to you too, man.
You know, you're over there sitting lonely in your chair.
Hey, I'm all alone, but hey, we lifted up last night for New Year's Eve. Hey, yeah.
You know what?
Factory was amazing.
Hey, shout out to the Factory Bar.
Shout out to the Factory.
And we're not done with this intro, though. We got the big man behind the fucking ones and twos. What's up, Phil Spooner?
What's happening, honkies?
So 2023 was a great year, man.
Let's go down the list of all the good things that happened in 2023.
Yeah.
All right. I can't think of it.
You got to open for Felipe Esparza.
Oh yeah. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I got to do a lot of stuff at the Improv.
Yeah, got passed at the Improv.
I got passed.
You got passed at the Improv.
Oh shit! Put it
Yeah. So the showcase is a version of getting passed. Like if you don't get like a weekend or something.
I still don't believe you.
No, okay. No, because I've asked people this. I've asked the Improv this, and I was like, so what's like the part of getting passed? Like, and it was like, well, if you get like a weekend or if you do the showcase, then you're passed. I won't tell people they're passed, but you could tell them Corday. So I'm kind of like the comedian helper filler. Like, so like, am I passed?
You're like Jerry Seinfeld tearing Jimmy Fallon. He's the new host of Tonight Show.
That's what happened?
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld told Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. No. I'm not a huge on Seinfeld, and I wasn't like a huge Seinfeld person.
Me neither, but I just know that news.
Okay, that makes sense. I love Jimmy Fallon though.
So, Jados, what you also got to interview Felipe Esparza
for
the show.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
been our biggest guest by far.
By far.
What was it like getting to interview Felipe Esparza?
I was nervous.
Yeah.
I was fumbling my words a little bit. And then
I cut most of that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I kept shaking, but I don't know if you can see it in my hand. I was shaking, and I couldn't believe I was there. I couldn't believe you said yes to it too.
It was an out-of-body experience.
It was an out-of-body experience. And then the cameraman was shaking a lot too, that motherfucker.
What?
Then he spilled his Red Bull on Felipe's posters.
Fuck, dude. Fuck. Was Felipe cool about it though? Like
He was
chill.
He was chill. He just he wasn't tripping. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But I looked at I forgot his name.
Something.
So yeah, I just looked at him like, you motherfucker.
Yesterday's mayor or something like that.
Didn't I
something
give
like
y'all
that.
a tripod or something?
Yeah.
He said we don't need it.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Now that's just an ADD era that,
See,
you know.
this is why you need to listen to the award-winning filmmaker on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right. No, but it was fun, and actually we had a good time. It was I got to get up. You know, he asked me at the end of the video. Oh, you seen the video? I got to, you know.
Yeah,
it was a lot of.
But what was it like being able to open for him and perform in front of a
you
crowd
know what
that
this feels
size?
like. I watched him not growing up, but I watched him, you know, like early on.
Yeah.
Early on, yeah. And I remember sitting in line to go meet him after his shows. I saw him like 2 or 3 times before I actually, you know, met him. Sorry, I saw him before. And I remember sitting in line to go up to say what's up to him. And then now I got to be backstage with him for most of the show and then doing the interview, and then being behind where, like, you know, his fans are waiting in line to get pictures with him. Some of them asked to get a picture with me, which was like,
Fuck yeah.
Felipe's right there. What do you want?
Yeah, but you're the star of an award-winning film currently available on Amazon Prime.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I should have said that. I forgot to say that. You're right.
Isn't it weird as hell? Like when that's happening, when you're performing with someone who you looked up to for a while.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then you're sharing the stage with them, and then people people take a picture with them. It's like, yeah, get a picture. Like you're like, hey, I can take. And it's like, no, I want a picture with you. You'd be like, what? Why you want a picture with me? Weird, right?
Yeah, it was weird. And the cool thing that happened from that is some of his fans started going to my show at El Garaje.
Nice.
That was cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. Shout out to those 2 individuals.
Was that the largest crowd you performed in front of?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. That was like 1,000 people, man.
Oh shit.
The first time I heard those I don't know if I've talked about this on here before.
Not
well, the first time I heard,
I said, I don't think you have. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. I remember the first time I got like my first joke in and I heard laughs. I kind of stopped for a minute, like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
This is like making my stomach rattle.
Did you get like a la, 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 and then it come and then laugh shot back at you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the microphone system at the Palace of Fine Arts is so dope. Like you can't even hear. It sounds like you're just talking, but it's fucking,
Yeah,
it's hella big ass speakers, and yeah, I could feel, you could feel the energy way different there, and the way, shout out to Butch Escobar, the way he brought me up too, like set me up perfectly.
Nice.
This is a local guy who
did he plug the film?
No, he didn't.
Son of a bitch.
Blue Beetle, was that the film you're talking about?
Yeah,
I was talking about Unhealthy Comedian, currently available on Amazon Prime.
I did not know it was on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about Unhealthy Comedian at the time, bro.
Yeah.
You know what?
I only plug it so much because we get a cut of the revenue.
Yep. I know we do. And you know what? Those $17 came in handy the day I needed to put.
There you go, man.
I remember I like Venmo do your cut of our Amazon payout, and you were like, "Oh, cool, I can get gas."
Yeah, oh man.
Sometimes those small residuals really help. I'm like, before I started working the new job that I have.
Where's your new job, Corday? Tell us about your new job you got in 2023.
I don't really want to talk about the name of it specifically, but the commute is a lot shorter, which is I greatly appreciate it. Because you got a new job and your commute is longer, but going from having like a daily commute of in the morning is like 50 minutes, then on the way home it might be 50 minutes to hour and 5 hour and 10 minutes, really is draining. And then we'll do comedy at night, so I now have to make the decision like after I'm off work, which was like 3:30 or 4. My show's at 7:30, 8. Do I go home and try to rest, or do I take a nap? And I had to take a nap, and we both had sleep apnea.
Yeah.
So I never bring my machine with me. So I'm like, I'm just gonna lay down and take a nap. And because I have sleep apnea and don't have my machine, naps became hard too. So I'm trying to rest, but I'm kind of not because my body's not breathing. And then this is also one thing I hated about doing shows after work, because if the show started at 7:30 or 7, I might get there early because I'm just near there, right? Trying to kill time, and then I get there and they'll be like, oh no, I said 7, so commerce can get there early. Really about to start at 7:30. Then 7:30 comes, the crowd's not here yet, so probably starts 7:45, 8. So I've been waiting for like an hour and 15. Then I'm like, this is why I be late to show sometimes. So this is why I asked like Pacific producers, like, hey, does the show start at this time, or we're putting this time so people can be here, and then we're probably gonna start at 7:45.
Yeah.
Like I like when producers be actually honest with that. Like me and Dave does that. I'm like, what time does the show start? He was like, we'll start. He's like, the time says 8, but we'll start at 8:15ish. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Like we talked about this last year when I was down in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like sitting in that goddamn LA traffic.
Yeah.
Like making me want to act on all my intrusive thoughts.
Whoa. The FBI might be listening after you said it. You said intrusive thoughts more than 3 times during this last few months. You gotta ease up on that word, all right?
I could never live in LA.
Yeah.
Just sitting there like wasting a quarter of your waking hours just sitting in traffic. Like,
Do you think about that though? Because you're in a position where you might be going to LA a lot.
I can see why famous people have people to just drive them around.
Yeah.
You drive helicopters,
or maybe I'll get a motorcycle license or something. But like I could never work in San Francisco because of the commute and the traffic. Being in Hollywood for a week, I'm just like,
that's why people join motorcycle gangs.
This is fucking terrible.
Okay, you say you can never work in San Francisco. If you got a good paying job in San Francisco, would you move there?
Hell yeah.
I hate
an
the
extra
city,
40,000.
so I would never want to live there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
an extra 40,000 wouldn't make you move there.
No, I hate that city. I hate the people. I hate the way it's laid out. I hate how hard it is to get around.
But what if
I hate
you're-
how overregulated it
people.
is?
What if you're like near the beach, the overcast beach part, like where there's good sized houses? That's what I always think. I'm like, I never think if I move to San Francisco, I'm not going to be like
Here's
in
what
those
I would do.
apartments.
I would rather
Sunset
get a
District
house
is
on the
chill.
other side of the peninsula and then own a boat and just boat into work every
That's
day.
it.
That's too much.
too much,
That's
bro.
too much. You're still commuting. This time about
Yeah,
boat.
but you're not surrounded by people. You're just surrounded with your thoughts.
That's worse. 'Cause
Yeah, it's worse.
Look at you.
Could you imagine waking up in the morning and they'd be like, "Fuck, I done put enough oil in the motor," and they'd be like, and then you got to drive, and you was like, "Fuck, I should have got that house closer."
Or worse, your fucking boat gets stuck in mud. Now you got no car. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Because that
I'm not
happens a
saying
lot.
It's a perfect system.
Okay, that's what we're trying to say, man.
You wouldn't whatever you're making now. Let's say they added another $45,000 on your salary. You wouldn't go work in San Francisco, where you live now.
I'm just thinking of how much time I would sacrifice in the commute, and I'm already like, there's not enough hours in the day. And I'm just like, you know what? The extra 40,000 wouldn't be worth it because all the time I would lose, like
60,000.
Okay.
Everyone has a
deal or
prime.
no deal all of a sudden.
Everyone has a
No, yeah,
price.
because I think what we're trying to do is like you hate the city of San Francisco, so we're trying to throw a scenario where not only do you work in San Francisco, but you move there also.
Yeah.
So like, because it's not just like, oh,
It's
I'm
not
gonna lose
bad.
time and commute. Like, no, you make enough to where now you can live and afford to live there.
But
Six
then
figures.
while I'm living there, I don't get to see nobody because ain't nobody going to commute all the way to San Francisco.
Oh, yeah,
to see
we do.
my-
Fuck
You, I go to San Francisco all the time.
Commute to Walnut Creek. You gonna commute to San Francisco?
Well, it's bougie out there.
It's
What's in Walnut Creek?
I feel safer.
Besides you, Phil.
I feel safer in the Tenderloin. Than
We got a really
Walnut
nice Panera Bread. Okay.
Creek. Yeah, see,
This Panera Bread in Pinole.
you see what I mean? Like this is what you're selling me with fucking Walnut Creek.
Yeah. It's a BART station out
The
here.
bar station out there. Come on, dude.
Retro junkie.
We got an escape room. There's an escape room in a
That's the
movie
only
theater.
shit white people like. Well, the escape room. I love the movie theater.
The movie theater is nice. You know what? Is a veranda there? No, that's in
That's
Concord.
in Concord.
Never mind.
So actually,
We
they have the lesser of the two movie theaters.
We could meet in Concord. I am down to meet you. It's just time. And where do I work?
Yeah, exactly. You see?
Yeah. No one comes out there to have lunch with me.
Yeah, no one goes out to South San Francisco.
No one goes out there, bro. South San Francisco is actually not bad.
No,
It's
no.
nice.
It's just far.
It's just
far.
It's fucking far.
Yeah.
My commute is an hour and 30 minutes, both ways.
Shit.
See, that's 3 hours out of your day just gone.
Yeah.
Trying to get somewhere.
What else am I gonna do in
that
those
would
3
piss-
hours?
Because
What else am I gonna do in those 3 hours, Phil?
Sleep.
Sleep, work on that project we started a year
Oh, shit,
ago and
you're right.
never
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. Actually, you're right.
All right, let me ask you this.
Okay.
What are just to bring it back on topic here?
I don't have the answer, Sway.
You don't have to answer, Sway. You don't have to answer, Sway.
Mine is I don't have the answers.
Yeah.
We've had some really amazing guests this year. Do y'all have any favorite guests that we've had on the show this year?
My favorite guest so far was Jesus Cruz.
Yeah. Jesus Cruz was amazing. He's right there. That's cool. One of my favorite guests.
Favorite guest.
That's a lot, man.
That guy, the high school teacher guy that Joaquin brought in was interesting, man.
Yeah.
He get a lot of residual comments and
who was on
from
Disney?
All-Star Weekend.
yeah,
Was
Zach.
yeah.
Who I don't listen to that kind of music. I'd never
Neither
heard
do I.
of
What's his
All-Star
name?
Weekend.
Zach something.
Zach Porter.
Zach Porter. Zach
Great
Porter.
guy.
I posted a picture on my Instagram because like while we're interviewing him, I had my laptop and I just started like Googling All-Star Weekend. I'm like, oh shit, 14 million views. What the fuck? Like I did my research during the interview.
Yeah.
No, okay. See that kind of story is nice to hear because this fool had it all.
Had it all.
He had it all.
Now he just lives a simple life in
Now
teaching in Richmond.
He has his beautiful wife and job teaching, and he's happy.
He's happy. That's the funny thing about it. He had it all. He was a star. He was on Disney in a band, and now he's happier just being a regular individual.
He could have been touring, getting all the groupies,
Yeah.
eating the best foods.
Can you imagine being at that?
Hold on.
Okay.
Now he's just working with Joaquin.
See, I was gonna say,
Why are you laughing?
Because you make it seem like working with Joaquin is like not fun.
Fucking with Joaquin.
Or it's just like,
Can you imagine being at that point in your life where you're like, I got enough money. I'll just be a teacher.
yes. Yes. I'm going to be honest with you.
Teachers get okay pay.
They get okay pay.
Yeah.
My initial dream was to become a pro football player. After that, become a lawyer. And then my last and final job would be a teacher teaching 5th grade math, because I took it after Alan Page, who was a Hall of Famer Minnesota Viking, and then he joined. I think it was actually what is it when you join? What is it? Not a judge, but what it like when you not the Constitution? He's like
What the fuck?
No, because I'm trying to think his position. Like what's the?
You're like, hold on, the Declaration of Independence.
Well, because he was House. I think he worked at the House of Representatives of Minnesota.
Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House. No, but he was one of those, or like whatever Clarence Thomas says.
He was a house.
But he became a lawyer, and he became a judge, and he became like one of the main judges of Minnesota. And then he had to leave because he was 75, and they said you have to leave by that point, even though he was like super sharp still. And then now he just like runs long distance marathons at the age of like 75 and shit like that. Well, he does not run, he like walks it, but yeah.
You know what my dream was? Growing up as a kid, you know what my dream was? Did I ever tell you?
No.
Have your own podcast and star in an award-winning film?
Never in my plans. I didn't even know what a podcast was as a child.
Did you ever want to be on the radio?
No. Well, not until I heard the radio.
Okay.
Like, I mean, once I heard radio, yeah. But my first dream originally, and I think I found some of this shit somewhere written or something. I think there was like a school project. What do you want to be? And I remember it because I saw the paper later on. But like, everyone wrote their dreams in my class, and when I heard everyone's dreams, like, fuck, I shot hella low. My shit said I want to run a pizzeria.
Hey, no lie.
That was to have my own pizzeria was my dream. All my other classmates were like, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a cop, and then mine's like, I want to run a pizzeria.
Simple, plain life, but then also if it's great pizza and you own a business, that's not.
See,
So-
right? Yeah, but I didn't get that. I kind of did. I got to manage a Little Caesars when I was 19.
There you go.
Living the dream.
I already lived my dream, bro. This is
you know,
extra.
we were talking about Zach Porter, and I think the best thing about that episode and why for me it sticks out is the engagement we got from people, because you look at the comments and the band just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
And so all these fans like had no clue what happened. Where did they go? Why did they stop? And so they're able to now have closure and get those answers.
That was beautiful.
So that I think it's like, oh shit, we actually fucking made a difference.
Yo, that was like journalism.
Because he just left, and then like
Left with no one wondering where the fuck he went, you know?
and then he wasn't on no social media, and he wasn't getting on none of that. So he also didn't tell nobody where he was going and what he was doing. So they like, I mean, probably in a sense they just thought he died.
Died or something,
Yeah.
or he overdosed, or he's in a fucking straight jacket with like, and then go ahead.
Real quick, did you think Mr. Porter was gonna be older?
Yeah, he looked like a child.
Yeah.
He came in with flip flops.
He looks like he was probably early 30s or something like that, or he was about to start getting old. I honestly thought he was gonna come in. I thought he was gonna be like 48, like balding. Like I thought, because like, oh, he was in this band that was huge. So I'm like,
chewing tobacco and shit.
yeah, like all that kind of stuff. And then he come like, he's in shape.
Yeah.
It's like he just came from the beach.
He
Like
looked
I was
adorable.
like, I was like, yeah. I was like, who's this?
All right. So are you gonna introduce?
Introduce who? Introduce all the way from Newark, California, our late guest and co-host for the day, Jesus Cruz.
I was not
Happy New
late.
Year. Happy
I was
New
supposed
Year.
to start here at 12, but
Oh, yeah,
you
you're
guys
right.
added an episode.
You're right.
I just
we
want to
did.
go on record. I was not late.
You're right. Okay. All right. I'll give him that.
And my favorite episode also was the Jesus Cruz.
No shit. Oh, damn. Okay. How many episodes do you think you've listened to at this point?
Oh, I've watched quite a few, man.
All of them?
Not all of them, but most of them. Yeah.
Only the ones with
was
you.
Johan this year?
No, it was last year.
No,
Oh, last year.
2022. Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it was.
damn. Okay.
Because remember we hung out with. He's like, I brought somebody through, and it was last.
That's right. And then afterwards,
yeah.
he did the project that we still haven't finished yet,
Yeah.
and that was in January.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I was gonna say because that was one of my favorite ones, is Johan one.
Yeah.
But there was one point where I got so mad at you guys that I was yelling at my TV.
Which one?
It was you guys asked Johan about how he got involved in writing this fool on Hulu, and he started to answer, and someone interrupted him, and then the conversation took a whole other thing, and I was so mad. Like, I wanted to hear how he got him to be a writer on.
You know, sometimes people do that because they don't want to answer the question.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
That was the thing. I felt like we didn't want to.
Not that I don't know if he didn't, but sometimes they do that.
And we kind of didn't want to. Like talk about this, forcefully talk about this. Like, you're on this fool, you're doing this. Like, how's LA? And
We were all excited like puppies and shit.
right. Yeah, I can see that.
because
Yeah.
also I hadn't seen him in years, or I hadn't seen him. I think since it was 2018.
And it's weird to see him for the first time with this shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
speak
yeah.
free.
Yeah.
We can't speak freely.
So it was really like me trying to have like a catching up with my homie.
Yeah.
Because I literally hadn't seen him since 2018. Frankie brought us both to the Punchline, and we got to. That was the first time I got to perform there, thanks to Frankie.
Yeah.
And I hadn't talked to him since, like maybe seen him on like Instagram randomly, but he doesn't know like, how you been? And he kind of doesn't good. Like, all right, Johan. Like, you know.
Oh man, I didn't know you went that back with Frankie and him. Frankie Quinones.
Yeah, because I met Frankie in 2014 before I went to UC Santa Barbara, and then I remember Frankie kept hitting me up. He said, "Hey man, I'm trying to do this show at Cops," and my dumb ass, I was like, "Oh Frankie, I can't do it. I'm in school. It's like too far of a drive to go there and back in one day." Not knowing that there was a ton of people who lived in the Bay who went to UCSB, and I could have just caught a ride with them up there in the day and just came back the next morning. I was like, "Fuck, I fucked up." But Frankie's a cool dude. I love him.
Oh yeah.
What was your favorite memory of 2023? This is the end of your episode. This is 2024 now.
It's our wrap up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man. There were so many guests that you guys had.
No, fool. I mean, in your life.
Oh, in my life.
You got to open for Paul Rodriguez, no? Or
Well, kinda. He didn't show up. So. It was my first time. Yeah, it was my first time in LA. Performing in LA.
you never performed in LA before?
Nah, it's my first time, especially for like a comedy club.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
A setting. It was the stand up in Bellevue, California. Bellflower.
Who was there though? There was like a lot of.
So it was Edwin San Juan,
Oh, shit.
Alfred Robles, Alonzo Bowden, Ada Rodriguez. She ended up headlining because Paul didn't show up.
Yeah.
And I was there next to the booker, and he was on the phone with him. He's like, "What do you mean?" And he had like a dentist thing. He said he had a toothache or whatever. And so yeah,
I can't make it. My tooth hurts.
yeah, dude. But it was cool to see. It was a trip seeing like the backstage of that, where it's like, oh, the headliner just
Big ass show.
no showed or whatever, and he called like 15 minutes before before. So
Wow.
it's like, yeah, so it was like a last minute thing. And Ada hadn't even showed up yet either, so it was Ida, sorry, the promoter.
Are you sure you're Mexican, bro?
Yeah, right. That's what I was like. Well, you know, I teach AP Spanish. I've been teaching for a few months now.
All right, JD.
Cota de.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that was a highlight. It was cool, man. I got a really good response. So I'm just gonna start going out there and doing open mics here and there, man. I'm just get a cheap
LA?
out there, yeah. And just
hit up the Tuesday Hollywood Improv. It's like a bucket kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Do that, and then you get to be seen by the booker. She watches, like both of them sometimes watch people, and you get invited. If you get picked and you do well, you get invited back for the Wednesday show, which is like a 5-minute set. And then if you do well on that, you get invited back for the weekend to host, or put on a show on the weekend.
I was just telling JD, man, I have so much bad luck, especially at the SJ Improv, man. Even before this current management, even then, I always had like bad luck at those open mics. Like I get put last, and then they went over their time. So now I'm the feature comic, so I'm not even part of the competition no more. And then this last time I performed and I did well, but the manager didn't see my set, so it was like, oh, dude, I just have so much bad luck at this club. Yeah.
Try to go back, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. I brought you guys an award too.
What?
Oh my God.
This is for the Voice Party.
Hell yeah.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Does it work?
Appreciate it.
Does it work?
I don't know. Don't try it. Oh shit! And that's the last show they did at Big Boy Raps.
So I'm going through our YouTube right now. We had some dope guests this past year.
Absolutely.
Like I'm going through here and I'm like fucking Annette Moloney. She was great telling all her stories.
Yeah.
She was awesome. Who else was dope on here? Lester Ransom.
Lester,
Talks
yeah.
about
Ransom.
being a fucking superstar in Chile.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Another guy who left the fame to come out to the Bay Area.
Yeah.
He left the Bay, got fame, came back. He was like, I need something else. Fluent in Spanish. He's been helping.
I'm tired of all these women throwing themselves at me.
He's been helping me with my Spanish too. Like,
Dude, it's so funny because he posts like now since he got injured, he hasn't been able to work out, but he's still in shape.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh man, I hate my body, and I'm like, damn man, that makes me feel like.
oh yeah, right. He's like, wait till I get back though. Wait till I'm like,
Who else
dude,
you got? Who
I've
else
been
you
saying
got?
that for 10 years.
That's what I got. It was Adam Close. That gave us one of our most clippable moments when he was talking about the fucking racquetball riot control.
That's when we got our like. I remember people hit me up about how heavy that episode was, because he talked about how he caused someone to die.
He got locked up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was thinking of somebody else. My bad. I was thinking of what's his name who was living out of his car.
Yeah, I was actually about to say. I think
The star of our upcoming film.
My favorite episode I think we did was with Andy Garcia.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know, I don't know about y'all, we didn't know he was homeless.
I didn't know that.
That just came
Because he's big.
But like that just came out in the conversation, and then the whole rest of the interview was just his experiences living out of his car and being homeless. And it was hearing his perspective on it was great.
Yeah.
His stories were, because we're like, oh, you have a kid. How'd your kid not know you were homeless? And, well, a lot of zoo visits.
Yeah. But that's a trip. You said that because he's big.
Big
and
dude.
I had that thing with Mario Montes too, where he said he was homeless. I'm like, bro, you're massive. Like, where did
They
you sleep?
punking people at the fucking soup lines and shit. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, no, but that was like I didn't know that about him. That's the thing I like about this shit is I hear stuff from people I've never knew before.
Yeah.
Like Alejandro yesterday or 2 months ago.
Something like that. Yeah, 3 months ago.
Oh,
Talking about how he grew up and shit. Like, it's cool. It's like sometimes also it's like, motherfucker, I've known you for 3 years. You can't just tell me this shit.
Yeah. People open up on the podcast, man. It's weird.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about the Andy Garcia story was that he was homeless, but then he hooked up with a chick in his car. He was like,
getting it.
I was like,
Yeah, because she was like, oh, we can go back to your place. And he was like, I sleep in my
The car.
And she was like, that's fine.
yeah.
And that's the thing that we got to do. We got to have a tribute episode for Sean Boyles, which I think you saw the little thing.
Yeah.
It was
This is Mean Dave's sisters, huh?
Yeah. The thing that like people reached out is that little video we made for him when he died.
Yeah.
Like they liked hearing it because it was like the perfect. You pull that shit together really quick.
Yeah, well, like as soon as I heard the news, my first thought was, well, I have a bunch of footage. I should probably cut something together because nobody else would.
I didn't want to post it right away because they wouldn't want to
I
seem
was gonna
like.
say because I'm a wrestling fan, and so like somebody will die Monday morning. By the time Raw goes live, they already got a tribute video.
Speaking of wrestling, this looks like a wrestler right here.
Definitely.
That does look like a wrestler, dude.
One of the-
Bruiser Boyles. But you weren't as quick enough as AI was though, because that shit was creepy. I don't know if you guys saw that. But
Yeah, with like the AI voice narrating a thing.
It was like within like a couple of minutes after someone posted, there's this generic AI thing about Sean's career with like, and the whole YouTube page is a lot of people like that. Just this person passed away and it's a clip of something they've done plus a generic voiceover.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like hella weird. I think obviously they just do it to get clicks and to get views and stuff. But it was like, dude, how do they do this shit so fast?
Oh, the one that got sent out. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
Yeah, and they were like we talked about that with Mean Dave. They were like I guess pulling stuff from social media.
They found someone's post that called them. They said Mean Dave said it on the episode about someone called him Metal Viking.
The Metal
and they
Viking
just
of
put
comedy,
that out as if that was his.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't. I never.
Yeah, it's like no one
called him that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
I mean, Sean Boyle's episode when we had him on here.
Was that this year or last year?
No, we had him on the year before. Yeah. But this past year was
21 and 22, right?
23. We had him on in 23.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And that's when we didn't even talk about comedy. All we did was talk about like music and bands and stuff. And that was just dope because he was so passionate, and it just came out his enthusiasm, and it was infectious.
Give him a shout out because that guy was Zach Porter from the band.
Yeah,
he was trying to like figure out if he wanted to come on the show because that dude hasn't given anybody interviews.
Yeah.
So what he did is he listened to Sean Bowles' episode.
Yeah, he did,
saw that was a musician, and that's what made him decide to come on.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, the last conversation I had with Sean was at our Hennessy and Horchata show in Oakland.
Oh yeah.
He stopped by Oakland Athletic Club.
Yeah,
Athletic Club Oakland. Oh yeah, that's right. You were there.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to Sean because I wanted to do a mini documentary on a band he used to be called Liquor Store, which was like a new metal type band from back then that Me and Dave gives him shit for. Yeah, Me and Dave hates that.
He does.
That style of music.
He gave him shit for it in our episode.
Yeah. So that was the last conversation we had. I was like, man, I want to do a little piece on it because I do remember that when I was in high school. Like, dude, that was the band. Oh shit, Liquor Store. You know.
You remember that?
Because I was into Korn and I was in Limp Bizkit and all that.
Okay.
And then so one of my boys who I went to high school with played with Liquor Store, not with the band, but on the same bill. So it was like, man, if you guys got all the footage, and then I met a guy that has all their masters, like,
oh shit,
yeah, has all their masters. He'll be at the service, but he has all their masters of the old stuff. So he's like, yeah, man, whatever you need, let me know. So that was a trip, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We got to do our 200th episode. We're here changing the subject.
Just reflection. Yeah.
I know we did an episode talking about the 200th.
Yeah.
But you can definitely see a huge jump from our 100th episode to our 200th episode. Like, we're all much more confident. We're a well-oiled machine now, more so than we were then.
Yeah.
And even just like our reach and our audience and our engagement is better because we had a really hard time filling out the burnt ramen for the 100th. We were turning people away for the 200th because we were sold out. It was standing room only.
Yeah, that was a great feeling, a great view. Mr. Porter came back, and that was funny as hell.
Brian got roasted the fuck out of
Brian roasted the fuck out of him.
He didn't even know who he was.
He didn't. He was like, what's your name? Zach. Hey, Zach. He's like, what do you teach? Richmond? Hell yeah. I too.
And then they talked a lot after. Like, it was cool. People just wanted to hang out.
Yeah. That was where it was everybody, like, who's people who we had on, and the other people just wanted to hang out and talk. And I was just like, this is a different feeling because, like, sometimes that happens after like a comedy show, but I'm like, after a podcast, I'm like, this is because those was just like,
that was weird. I was nervous too. I told everybody I was nervous because I never like we didn't have anything planned at all. Like I was like, fuck, I hope we entertain these people.
I was like, we got it.
And we had hella laughs somehow, like,
And he didn't know that you got called in last minute to work too, right before it.
Yep. So I quit that job.
Yeah.
Finally, after fucking all this stress.
I told you quit that job.
I kept looking at my phone because I was like, am I gonna get called in?
Yeah, because he could have left the podcast, the live recording of the podcast.
I wasn't gonna leave.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna leave.
He could have got called in,
but I was nervous about being called in.
Yeah,
stressful shit.
Shit.
Don't recommend having an on-call job when you're working.
Yeah.
More gigs. I think this is the year 2023. More gigs and then I've ever done.
Yeah.
The rest of since 2012, from 2012 to 2021. Mm-hmm. I probably did more gigs in 2023 than I did in all that other time.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. Did you ever get called up while you were on stage for work?
No.
Your boss gave you the light? I need you, dog. I need you.
Hell no. I like, that's why even though my commute sucks right now.
Yeah.
And, I'm still not making what I want to make.
Yeah.
But I'm not stressing out about, like, am I going to get a phone call right now?
Yeah.
I can't do that if I'm going to be doing this shit.
And your current job has, like, the ability to really, like, make some pretty good money too, right?
We finna see.
Versus your other jobs had kind of like a cap.
I had a fucking cap.
Yeah. And that's why I always said, I was like, it's better to have like a career versus like a job. Because jobs usually have caps, or like you have to work like several jobs. But if you have a career,
and it's lenient too, where I can take off at any time.
There you go. Yeah, I remember I wanted. So this was, I don't know if I shared this with you, Jesus. I remember I wanted him to do an out of town show with me.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember I hit him up like a month and a half before. I was like, hey, can you do this? Like, yeah, I think so. I was like, I might have work that day. I was like, well, ask now because they tell you like give us like a month ahead so you can call off, right?
I had no time off. I had no time off to ask for anymore.
And then this motherfucker was like, "Oh, I can't get the day off." The next week, that job fired her. I was
damn.
I was like, I told you should have just fucking took it because it was like a week of shows because it'd be me, him, and El Gordo Mamon. I think we did a Wednesday, Thursday, and a Friday show, so he could have been there until we just like had like this little road trip.
Damn, man. Yeah, life's a risk, carnal.
I'm risking my health, not my career.
I'm comfortable risking that part. Damn.
I don't want to inconvenience anyone but myself.
Oh man.
We never got to finish our 2023 project.
I mean, we should. We really should.
We really should. It's probably not going to come out
you.
mid 2024. Let's be honest. You know about that, right?
The documentary?
Yeah. It just, how do I say this without saying? It's a little weird now. Like, it's a little
we're
weird.
having to pivot a little.
Yeah.
Some new shit has come to light, man.
Wow, the story's taking turns. All kinds of
But
turns.
that's what a documentary is, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
at this point,
technically-
we could make a documentary about us trying and failing to make a documentary.
This is like the Montreal screw job of documentaries.
What is it? The Superman Lives one that they did because of the failed Superman movie. The Nicolas Cage. It could be the same thing.
Yeah.
The failure of making a documentary.
Just, I think, I don't know. It sucks for the people involved because they're like, what's up with the film?
Yeah.
yeah.
Sucks for us because now we got to do all this work.
Yeah.
I know.
And then Andy Garcia steals that fucking documentary.
that
too.
guy's
That was one
That's the
thing,
star of the show, bro.
Like we did a screening at Marcus's house.
Yeah.
Right.
Who?
The little short dude.
Okay.
Tomorrow's May.
Got it.
Yeah.
Or yesterday's May or something like that. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yesterday's
said
May.
Marcus. I thought he said
Marcus. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Marcus.
so we we did a screening of the film in its current form, which has to change.
Right.
And there's so much good stuff in there. Like we were laughing, like Andy Garcia is going to be the fucking star of this thing. I can tell already. Yeah. And so it's been on the back burner for a while, but I think us sitting and watching it together made us all go, damn, this is really fucking good. We need to find a way to finish this.
Yeah, we're editing like Josh Whedon when he did the Justice League. We're trying to figure, what exactly.
We'll never release the Snyder cut.
We won't release the Snyder cut. No, we won't do that. Nah, we have to do the Josh Whedon version.
Josh Whedon.
Yeah, so that's how you do it. Because Marvel goes through a ton of rewrites. We're just trying to do the same thing.
We're going to put out the red and blue Superman, not the black Superman.
Is that Alexa?
That was.
Yeah,
That was Alexa.
That's the first time Alexa has talked to us like that.
Everybody got a goddamn opinion about this movie.
The funny thing, I had a Alexa like Echo Dot or whatever.
Yeah, I got that one.
And then somebody took it. I got it for Christmas, and then somebody took it. And I was like, Mom, you know what my Echo Dot is? Like, no. Alexa.
I'm over here, Corday.
Yeah, I was like, did you take mine? I was like, no, I didn't take yours. I had my own. And then all of a sudden, my little brother just like saying a bunch of different stuff.
Guest is here. So how you guys wanna go about 2024? What's your goals, plans, hopes, dreams, wishes?
I definitely want to have a few like one-niners at like several different comedy clubs, Alameda, Punchline, or San Jose Improv. Is definitely want to do. Maybe headline Cops again. That's like and host more and do more shows at the Hollywood Improv as well.
Okay.
Nice.
I would say I want to make sure we get this film finished.
Yeah.
Because I already have ideas for my next film and I want to start on that. But I don't want to start that until we finish this one. So you're holding me up, JD. We got to finish this.
I just want to get a little healthier.
Yeah.
That's my number one thing right now.
If it didn't happen during Unhealthy Comedian, it ain't gonna happen now.
I'm bigger now than I was at the beginning of Unhealthy Comedian.
But you're also stronger.
Yeah, a little bit.
Stronger. How about you, Jesus? What are your goals for the year?
To do more comedy outside of the Bay Area, for sure. I got a documentary coming out in February. We'll premiere that in LA first because that's where we filmed most of it, and Japan. Trying to go to Japan. Not trying. We definitely are going to go to Japan to screen it there as well. So that's what's coming up.
And more than 15K followers on Instagram and YouTube. Yeah, that's just and TikTok. Just throwing it out there. That's the goal. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And most importantly, keep the voice party alive.
There we go. Hell yeah.
That's been the voice party.
And we're out.
Let me go get.